What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you the full breakdown for the up and coming week. This week sees a continuation of Riven's wishes. We have a full breakdown of the weekly rituals, the Nightfall exclusive loot, the Lost Sector calendar, and also the bonus ranks for the week. As always, there's a lot to get through, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now another week and another This Week in Destiny. This is week 12 of Season of the Wish. And as we said in the intro, we see the continuation of Riven's wishes. These are weekly quest lines. So far we've had to run Rift generators and Dreaming City activities, as well as rediscovering Ascendant chests. This week's challenge though will see us needing to defeat 1600 combatants in Legend or Master Lost sectors. So if you ever needed any other incentive to jump into Lost sectors, other than chasing down exotics and world drop weapons, by running them this week you'll progress your Riven's wishes too. Now for those of you that entered our Game to Give charity raffle, the winners for the Star Splash emblems will be picked this week. So keep an eye on your emails if you picked up a raffle ticket, and good luck to everyone that entered and supported this incredible cause. Now next up we're going to move on to the featured raid challenge for the Crota's End raid. This week's challenge is called Precarious Balance. This takes place over at the bridge encounter, and Guardians can't step on the bridge whilst it's fully built. Now most teams will ensure they have enough enlightened players and gather as many swords from sword bearers as they possibly can. Now if you and your team can pull this off, you'll gain access to an additional raid chest as well as some bonus raid loot. Now, as for the featured raid and dungeon content for week 12, the featured raid for this week is the Vow of the Disciple. Now Vow launched all the way back in the Witch Queen, and even now still has some of the best craftable raid weapons available. As the featured raid, all the challenges are available too, which is ideal if you're looking to pick up the seal, and further still if you don't have the collective obligation, the exotic pulse rifle from this raid. You can even farm Rolk the final boss if you're looking to add this weapon to your collection. Now as for the featured dungeon, the Prophecy Returns. Now this launched all the way back in Season of Arrivals, and whilst this is a firm fan favourite, it's in much need of an update. Sadly, there's no Artifice armor on offer, but if you are looking to chase some unique cosmetic rewards, then this week would be the week to knock out some of those triumphs and challenges. Now next up we're going to move on to the featured exotic mission for the week. This week's mission is the Vox Obscura. Much like the Vow of the Disciple, this launched back in the Witch Queen, so you will need to own that expansion or Season of the Risen to access it. Now this is the home to the Dead Messenger, which is also craftable, and they even added an extra trait when they introduced the featured exotic mission Rotator. On top of that though, there's also weapons and armor from Season of the Risen 2, including Explosive Personality, Recurrent Impact, Under Your Skin, Sweet Sorrow, Thoughtless, Peace of Mind, and alongside those weapons you can even pick up the Tusked Allegiance armor set. Now these can drop during the course of the mission or upon activity completion, and the weapons can even drop as Deep Sight Resonance versions. So if you are chasing weapon patterns for those weapons, then this week will be the week to knock them out. Now from here we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. Alongside the return of the Scatterhorn armor set from Forsaken, we see the return of the Lightkin armor set from Season of the Splicer. And as always with Splicer armor, we do have the incredible Splicer weapons too. These include the Chroma Rush, Ignition Code, Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sojourner's Tale, Shattered Cipher, and that's alongside the main ingredient, Long Shadow, Last Dance, Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, and the Last Perdition. Now none of those weapons are in fact craftable, so if you are looking for god rolls, then this week will be the week to pick them up. Now these can drop during the course of the activity upon completion, or by handing in strange coins over at the Star Horse over in the Treasure Hoard. And as we know, Dares and strange coins should be getting an update prior to the launch of the final shape. This should have been the penultimate reset for Season of the Wish prior to the original launch date for the final shape. With that being said, could we see an update to this activity well before the launch of the final shape in June? Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now from here we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and this week's is a returning Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 12. This comes in the form of the Heist Battleground over on the Moon, which is one of the trickier Nightfalls in this season's rotation. Now on your path to glory, you'll be able to pick up the Braytech Osprey, which is the Nightfall exclusive weapon for the week. So if you are missing a god roll on this rocket launcher, then you'll be able to pick up the Adept version by running the Grandmaster challenge. And if you can complete that with a platinum medal, this will also guarantee to drop as a Nightfall exclusive reward. Now moving on to the Crucible, this week sees the return of Team Scorched and Showdown, and we haven't seen Team Scorched for over 6 weeks. The last time we had that in rotation, Iron Banner was around, so if you are missing out on any seasonal challenges that require you to get kills in these modes, then be sure to get them done. And whilst we don't have Iron Banner this time around, we will have trials over the course of the weekend, and when it comes to bonus ranks this week, this can be found in Trials of Osiris. It's a perfect opportunity to level up Saint 14 over in the tower and pick up some of that well-earned Trials of Osiris loot and fill out your collection if you have any items missing. Now next up, we're going to move on to the Lost Sector calendar for week 12. This week kicks off over in Aphelios Rest and we'll be offering exotic helmets. That's alongside the Bay of Drowned Wishes on Wednesday, which will be offering exotic boots, followed by the Chamber of Starlight on Thursday, which will be offering exotic gauntlets. As for Friday, with the return of Trials, you can head over to Perdition for a chance at an exotic chest piece. And over the course of the weekend, you can head over to Bunker E15 on Saturday for another shot at exotic helmets, and a Concealed Void on Sunday for another chance at exotic boots. And we'll round out the week over in the Thrillerdrome, and this will be offering up exotic gauntlets. As always, if you are missing any exotics from your collection, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you have a full collection already and choose to chase down god rolls on world drop weapons, then once again be sure to plan your week ahead. And if you want to check out this calendar in full for yourself, make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the full link to that down in the video description below. Now to wrap up for this week, we did see a lot of comments last week regarding seasonal challenges and the lack of them in last week's video. Each season only has 10 weeks worth of challenges, so as we are now in week 12, there'll be no further seasonal challenges until the launch of Final Shape in June, unless Bungie chooses to make changes in an up and coming April update. That being said though, it gives you plenty of time to complete the challenges that are available and pick up a huge pile of Bright Dust. And remember, shortly you will be able to pick up a pile of Bright Dust each and every week, so if there's any items that you want to pick up from tests before the Final Shape, or you want to save it up so you can pick up some of the new items when the DLC launches later in June, then be sure to make the most of that once it becomes available. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 12 of Season of the Wish. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.